Yesterday, you said about strengthening the military potential of Russia's nuclear forces. Could you please tell us some more about that?
Could you please make your question more precise? What do you mean by that? What is of biggest interest to you? From my statements, the Ministry of Defense.
Well, in particular, I wanted to ask about manufacturing new types of nuclear weapons. We know it's hard to do without testing, which is forbidden. So maybe you could also comment on Mr. Trump's statement that he made yesterday about nuclear weapons.
As for the newly elected President of the United States, Donald Trump, well, there's nothing new about it. During his election campaign, he said that the U.S. needs to bolster its nuclear capabilities and its armed forces in general. There's nothing new. And to be honest, I'm a bit surprised by the officials of the Obama administration. They started to prove that the U.S. Army is the most powerful in the world. No one argues that. No one challenges that. If you listen carefully to what I said, then I said that we were certainly improving our nuclear capabilities. And at the end I said that Russia today is stronger than any potential aggressor. It's very important. I used that word, aggressor, and I didn't use that word accidentally. Who is an aggressor? An aggressor is the person who can potentially attack Russia. So we are stronger than any potential aggressor. And I can repeat that statement again. And I said why? Because we upgraded our armed forces, because of our history and geography, and because of the state of our society. So it's a comprehensive situation, a number of factors, and certainly the upgrade in the armed forces, including the improvement of the nuclear capabilities, have a large role to play. And it's no secret that we've overhauled our nuclear capabilities to a great extent. That has to do with the missiles, strategic missiles, ground-based missiles, and sea-based missiles too. And we don't hide anything. Certainly, we put into operation new submarines that can carry missiles, and also air-based systems. Now, in terms of the aircraft and in terms of strike systems that they have, the missiles, there's been an improvement, but I'd like to reiterate that we act in full compliance with all of our treaties, including with the New START Treaty. I'd like to go back to what I feel is really important. In 2001, the US pulled out of the ABM treaty. This was the cornerstone of all the international architecture of security. We were told back then is that it's not directed against you. Well, as I said, we would have to respond somehow. That's what I told my counterpart. As I said, we would have to, somehow improve our own systems. They said, do whatever you do, and again, it's not directed against you. Well, that's what we've been doing. Many seem to ignore that, but what is actually happening is what we agreed on by default. Without any papers signed, there's nothing new happening in this area. Why does the Obama administration officials started saying that they are the strongest, that they're the most powerful? I don't know. Well, certainly you have a lot of missiles and submarines, and more submarines than Russia. We don't argue that. We don't challenge that. We're just saying that we are stronger than any aggressor. and this is true.